ass has finally decided to eat my hand! It hungers for more!
I'm aflame! Quick, patch me with those couch cushions we illegally took the tags off of! I assume they're not—
Have you ever thought why bad cartoon characters don't ever get invited to parties? Well, it's because they always draw attention to themselves, but in a negative kind of way. Cartoons from the 2000s gave us some legends to hate on. You know, the kind of characters who made you yell at the TV like, who even likes this guy? And one of them is George Kilmer, if you want to know. The wannabe hero who couldn't even save himself from being lame. Every episode of these cartoons felt like shit. Now just imagine how bad this character must be.
What the hell's with all these medical claims you've been filing?
Well,
$400 for liver x-rays?
Pickles drank some homemade vermouth
A
and—
complete lower GI series?
Okay, so George Kilmer is the worst cartoon character ever and boss in cartoon history. You know that one manager who acts like they're the king of the world while everyone else is just dirt under their shoe? Yeah, that's George, 100%. This guy ran Globicide, a factory that literally pollutes the whole town. But does he care? Nah. George is too busy yelling at his workers like they're his personal bitches. Every other line out of his mouth is some insult like, "You're lucky I even let you step foot in my factory." Like, bro, calm your tits. It's just a job, not a dictatorship.
So, Oblong, where's this purebred Scottish Terrier we read about?
hello, sir. Right this way, sir. Watch your step, sir.
Why don't you check for—
And well, like, he's got all this money, the fancy house up in the hills, and the nastiest attitude to match. It's like the richer he got, the meaner he became. Ain't that a little too real? And don't even think about messing up on the job. He'll scream at you so loud, you'd wish you were anywhere else, even underneath the water without an oxygen tank. But hold on a sec. You want to get to the wild part?
But I had to make water.
Washed your hands, I hope.
Actually, so what's going on in there?
Important cosmetic research. Top secret. You're not Chinese, are you?
Well, Billy West, the guy who voiced him, made George so believable, you'd swear you'd met someone like him IRL. Every insult, every goddamn word he says, it hits so hard. George wasn't just a bad dude. He was the kind of character everyone wanted to forget. Yo, real talk though, if George Kilmer was my boss, I'd last about 5 minutes max before I tell him to f off. But hey, maybe you're tougher than me, so, think about it. How long could you survive under this dude screaming? Let me know because, well, I'm curious. But hold up, before you answer, I've got a whole lineup of shitty cartoon characters you'll want to hear about. So if you're laughing at how messed up these characters are, make sure to like, subscribe, and keep on hanging out with me. Next up, we're diving into another baddie whose name is as dirty as his personality.
Salacia. Oh god, it's beginning. You've all been trained for this. Commence evacuation.
Salacia from Metalocalypse, aka the creepiest, most annoying character ever. This dude is the oldest and most powerful member of the Tribunal, sitting right in the middle of his squad like he's the king of bad vibes. If there's one thing Salacia's good at, it's being a bastard and terrifying dude who ruins everything, along with our moods. So okay, first of all, this asshole is always chilling on this big fancy throne as if he's too cool to stand, giving off major "I'm better than you and you know it" energy. He barely talks, and when he opens his mouth, it's better off that he doesn't speak. His creepy voice that makes you feel like you've got spiders crawling up your back. Ugh. Bro acts like he's got all the secrets of the universe, but really, he's just out here plotting and being a pain in the ass for Deathclock.
Understand yet, General, is that we need them alive. It is time for me to reveal myself and show them my true power.
Oh, and well, let's not forget how he's always lurking in the shadows, pulling strings as if he's some evil grandpa with too much time on his hands. You know when he wakes up every day thinking, how can I ruin someone's life today? Maybe 2 lives if I'm feeling spicy. If you worked for this guy, you'd probably need a therapist on speed dial. I bet you've met someone like that, right? Total asshole.
Take not advantage of my kindness, General. And to the rest of you, there is still work.
But here's where things get shocking. Salacia is so powerful, nobody can stand up to him. Trying to argue with him is similar at yelling at your phone when the GPS stops working. You know you're gonna lose, but you still want to try. Well, This happens to me all the time. So, if you had to deal with salacious nonsense, would you suck it up and pretend everything is fine? Or get out of there the second you have the chance? But one thing's for sure, you are not getting away from here because this keeps getting intense. Now tell me, what's it like having a cinnamon roll? Sweet and creamy, right? Well, I've got a character with the name, but I'm not so sure if he's sweet or creamy because all he's got is just lava spilling out of his mouth.
For what is more powerful than a high school principal?
Dr. Scudworth, sorry to disturb you, but there's growing concern among the secret board of shadowy figures that you may be completely insane.
Principal Cinnamon J. Scudworth from Clone High, the most extra bad character in a high school setting ever. This guy isn't like your normal school principal. No boring announcements or budget meetings for him. Oh no, he's too busy with ideas to turn the clone students into attractions for his dream amusement park, Cloney Island. Yep, this dude literally wants to turn teenagers into theme park rides. Like, what the is he even thinking? Even my night wandering isn't as wild as his daydream plans.
Yeah!
Here's the deal. Scudworth is supposed to work for his secret shadow group called the Board of Shadowy Figures. They created the clones for serious world domination stuff, but Scudworth? Nah, he's got other plans. He's all, forget the board, I've got my own thing going. He's constantly trying to outsmart them, but let's be real, he's way too much of a dumb shit to actually pull it off.
Oh yeah!
This is some good shit.
And let's not forget his side chick. Oh, I mean sidekick, sorry. Mr. Butlertron, a robot who everyone calls Wesley for no reason. And trust me, they're the weirdest duo ever. Scudworth is always acting like a son of a bitch, and Mr. Butlertron is just vibing in the background sipping tea or something. It's better to watch Cocomelon than to watch these cartoons, because just by these characters, it makes it difficult to hold our shit together for a whole episode. Don't you agree? Come on, if your principal was like him, would you report him or help him build Cloney Island just for laughs? Speaking of these bloody craps, let's talk about another maniac who's probably gonna blow your mind, like it did mine.
Has science done? Behold, this thing!
What is it?
I don't know! Gentlemen!
Oh man, Dr. Weird from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. What a legend, because just look at his name, that says it all, right? Nah, this dude lives up to his name in every possible way. He's not just weird, he's a yelling hurricane of unusual science experiments and shitty decisions. Dr. Weird is technically the guy who created the Aqua Teen, so you'd think he'd be like a proud parent or something. Hell nah, not even close. Instead, he spends most of his time in his freaky lab screaming nonsense and tormenting his assistant Steve for absolutely zero reason. Poor Steve, can't catch a break. I wonder if he gets by him too, because, well, why not? Dr. Weird's idea of fun is cutting into the guy's brain one day and roasting him about his mom the next. Like, bro, chill out. Maybe hold on a little. It's your assistant, for God's sake.
Wow.
You know, so I'll fit in with the rest of the herd.
How do you go to the bathroom?
Behold!
Every time he pops up, it's a scene to watch. One minute, he's inventing a killer robot or a meat monster, and then the next one, he's yelling something like, "Behold the power of my pants!" Yeah, that actually happened. He's basically that one crazy uncle that everyone avoids at Thanksgiving, but with access to crazy tech. And let's not forget that laugh of his. It's loud and crazy like, ha ha! That makes you wonder if he's actually a scientist or just a full-time joker. Honestly, after a few minutes with Dr. Weird, I wouldn't last either. I mean, look at me, I'm so deep in my delusions thinking I'm actually in some twisted, weird cartoon world. That's what these characters do to us. They make you want to hang out with them for 1 minute, and then the next minute they want to beat the crap out of you. Isn't it funny and kind of painful at the same time? But for real, if you had to deal with any of these fools, George Klimer, Salacia, Scudworth, or Dr. Weird, how long would you last? And honestly, if you're stuck in one of their worlds, would you laugh or just start running for the hills? Do let us know your views in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button and bell icon. Thanks for watching!